So we have your inverter, which is the brains of your solar equipment. You're now going to have 2 meters. We'll start off with your PV meter. This is your solar meter. The PV stands for photovoltaic, just a big word for solar. This meter, its only function is to read what you produce solar-wise, what the panels on the roof produce, and you'll see them right here in this window. And if you see those 2 flat bars at the bottom of the window, they're cycling to the right, those 2 lines. When those bars are moving like that, you're producing solar. The brighter the sun, the higher up in the sky, the faster they'll cycle. Pretty much like the old dial meters, except these are digital. So this meter, its only function is to read your solar production. I changed out your billing meter as well, your CPS revenue meter. This meter now has 2 functions. It's going to read your solar as well as what you use by CPS, because you're always going to be using one or the other. And if you see these flat lines, unlike this one, these are what they call bidirectional. They move in both directions. When these bars are traveling to the right, you're running on CPS energy. When they're reversed and traveling to the left, you're running strictly on solar. These bars only travel to the right because they only read solar. This one has 2 reads, your solar and your revenue. It's running backwards, as you can see, so it's already saving you money, already doing its job. But it's always going to fluctuate back and forth, of course, depending on the sky, night and day, and also overcast days. But the biggest factor that determines which way these bars turn is your home, how much amperage your home is pulling. For example, if your air conditioner is on, your dryer, your range, all the appliances that pull a lot of electricity. For example, even though it might be going to the right on CPS, as long as your solar meter is producing solar, it will slow this meter down. So that's another way it saves you money. If you're having a nice clear day all day long and you're producing more solar than you're using, you will store that unused energy on the CPS grid. So at night, you'll use that unused energy, you'll use that up first and deplete it before you go back to paying for CPS energy. So that's several ways that saves you money. Now be aware that when your CPS power is down, when your neighborhood's out of lights, you're still gonna be out of lights with this system. This system here is just designed to save you money on your electric bill. So just be aware during a power outage, you'll still be out of lights. People who do have power during an outage, they'll have battery backup or a generator. But this is not one of them systems. This one's just gonna save you money on your electric bill. The red labels, from what I understand, are strictly for the fire department. God forbid you have a fire here. But if the fire department were to show up right away, they'll see you have solar up on the roof, and this is the on and off disconnect switch right here. All this is gonna do is turn off your solar, not the electric to your house. Inside your customer service panel here, these are all the breakers to your home. Just remember the red label, it's also gonna be the breaker at the very bottom of the bus bars. This breaker here is also for your solar, for the equipment here on the wall, in case your contractor ever has to do any kind of maintenance. They can turn it off here, and they can also turn it off there. If by accident you accidentally turn a breaker off, the red label or this handle, it's not a big deal. It's just going to simulate a power outage. Just turn on either one back on, and the solar will always be delayed by 5 minutes turning back on. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Once we put the seals on, it makes it final. And as you can see, you're producing solar already.